The forest had grown thick with darkness, like a living entity wrapping itself around my car. The windshield wipers groaned, their slow sweep a futile attempt to clear the relentless rain from the glass. The GPS, that usually reliable guide, had led me down a dirt path, away from the main road and into the heart of this desolate wilderness. As I slowed the car, the headlights cast an eerie glow on the trees, making them seem like skeletal sentinels guarding some forgotten realm. The air inside the vehicle was heavy with the scent of wet earth and ozone. Outside, the silence was oppressive, punctuated only by the distant rumble of thunder. I pulled over, the tires crunching on gravel, and turned off the engine. The sudden stillness was like a slap in the face, making me aware of the pounding of my heart and the ragged catch of my breath. I glanced at the GPS, which now read, Elyria, 0.5 miles. I had no recollection of a village by that name. A chill ran down my spine as I opened the door and stepped out into the rain. The air was like a cold shroud wrapped around me, seeping into my bones. I stumbled, almost falling, as I caught sight of a village spread out before me. But something was off, the buildings seemed still. There were no signs of life anywhere. No smoke rose from the chimneys, no windows glowed with the soft light of lamps or TVs. The silence was complete, as if time itself had been frozen. I approached the first building, a general store, and pushed open the creaking door. Inside, the store was a shrine to a bygone era. Shelves were stacked high with canned goods, and old-fashioned radios sat on wooden tables. A calendar on the wall read, August 1985. I wandered the aisles, my footsteps echoing off the walls. Every moment felt like a betrayal of my own sanity. The streets of Elyria were a maze of memories, each house a testament to the lives of its former occupants. I saw a child's doll left on a porch, a bouquet of wilting flowers still arranged on a table, and a television set tuned to an old news program. Every step, every glance, revealed a story frozen in time. As I walked, the rain slowed to a drizzle, and the darkness began to take on a life of its own. Shadows seemed to twist and writhe on the ground, like living things. I felt a creeping sense of dread, as if I was being watched by unseen eyes. I entered a small cottage, its windows cloudy with grime. The furniture was old and worn, but the air inside was heavy with an almost palpable sense of presence. I walked through the rooms, my footsteps echoing off the walls, until I reached a small bedroom. In the center of the room, a child's bed stood, its covers rumpled as if the occupant had just gotten up. But it was the figure sitting in the corner that made my blood run cold. A small, porcelain doll sat on a wooden chair, its eyes seeming to watch me with an unblinking gaze. I tried to turn away, but my feet felt rooted to the spot. As I stared, the doll's eyes began to move, ever so slightly, and I felt a scream rising in my throat. But it was too late, the doll's face contorted into a grotesque grin, and I felt a searing pain in my mind. And then, the world went black. When I came to, I was lying in my car, parked on the side of the road. The rain had stopped, and the sun was shining brightly overhead. I looked around, disoriented, and saw that I was back on the main road, the GPS reading, next stop, civilization, 20 miles. I rubbed my eyes, wondering if it had all been a dream. But as I looked down at my hands, I saw that they were covered in dust, the dust of Elyria.